Welcome to Larp Academia, and today we're going to talk about wounding and death. Now, this is going to be a shorter video than the previous one, but that video was already long enough. Now, if you get wounded in Belegarth, it's obviously not great. If you are wounded, there's no way to get that arm back. While some other LARPs may have healing mechanics, Belegarth is experimenting with it here and there, but in general, once it's gone, it's gone. So if you're legged, prepare to crawl until you die, which is usually the end of the game unless it's some bigger scenario. So, wounding happens whenever you are struck with sufficient force, as we talked about, in a limb with the appropriate weapon. So if this is a green weapon, it's not. But if this was, and I was hit like that, it wouldn't matter. I'm not gonna take a wound because that's not a legal strike. If I am struck in the arm though, I put it behind my back. I don't want to flail it around everywhere because then it'll just be hit. It's an extra target and I don't know why I do that anyways. However, if I am struck in two separate limbs, then I am dead. So if I'm struck in a leg and a leg, or an arm and an arm, then I am dead. If I'm wounded in the torso, I'm dead right away. Well, shoulders, chest, back, hips, butt, and groin, you'll be dead if you want to be hit there anyway. So, or you'll want to be dead if you're hit there. So with that, we have our understanding of how we can die. But there's a little bit more to it. If I am struck in my hand, my hand's gone. But if I have it on a weapon or a shield, then I'm fine. Same with my foot on ground, up to my ankle. If I'm hit on my foot and it was on the ground, then I would be fine. If I'm wounded in the arm, obviously you want to take it back, but a second shot would go to the body. Why is this important? Well, what if I'm wearing armor? If I'm wearing armor, my arm's gone, and I have my full 1 point of armor up, and someone hits my left arm, just say point as it's to my armor, or I'd say armor more so than anything else, to clarify what is being hit. If I am legged, now we get to the interesting part. You can technically, if legged, some areas allow this isn't necessarily the most official thing, but you can kind of post that leg and move around as long as that leg's not gone. I've seen this in some areas, but mostly what you have to do is you have to get on your knees. Now, on my knees, if I have my one leg murdered, I need to have that leg down and my live leg up. My knee cannot be on the ground. Why? Well, if this leg is going to be hit and both my knees are on the ground, then I'm dead. If both of them are up, then I'm dead. So I'm going to have this little awkward bit of one leg back like this, standing up, which makes it so that it's harder for me to actually move. I can't also push off this leg. Not going to be able to do some lunge or any strange thing with a lot of extra force or power, so I'm not able to leap off both legs. It's not the best position being legged in Belegarth. You can still kind of adjust where you are based on those legs and kind of move around, but when legged, it's not the best position. Don't get hit again, and hopefully you'll be a good enough help to your teammates with a shield or a long poking stick in order to do something. Otherwise, if you're 14, I feel sorry for you. But being legged is very annoying, and that's part of being wounded. But what about death? I am legged and I've been stabbed. The first thing, most optimal thing that you could do is fall over. Make it very apparent I'm dead. However, that is a possible cause for concern. See, if someone steps on me, well, it's not the best thing to do. So you have a second option. Your second option, and the one I prefer in 90% of LARPs because I've seen what happens when you don't do this, is you put your sword on your head and you say, dead, 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 as you get off the field and don't interfere with other people in their combats. Now, this is very important. You don't want to try to be a shield for someone else. Someone else can hide behind the dead person walking away, and it's just general bad form. But when dead, the reason why I generally try to refer to this dead, instinctually, is because if I'm on the ground lying down, while it is very roleplay and it is very interesting and fun for different LARPs and other things and realistic, you're not actually dead. And when people step on you, or when errant arrows come and hit you and everything else, and they could hit you in unsavory places, it may not feel great. So you, for safety reasons, can get off the field like this. The only time you might not want to do this is, strangely enough, well, either you're in the back, which, cool, you're fine, you're a dead archer. That's actually fine, you're safe usually 90% of the time. Or if you are in the very front line. Why is that? Well, while yes, you can technically be stepped on, it's very hard and confusing to get out when you're just saying dead, and going from the front lines to the side and just going through. What you want to do if you're trying to get out on the front lines and not fall over flat, because you are likely to be stepped on at that point a little bit, you would say dead, and try to go back through your shield wall or group or anything else. That may disturb your formation and everything else. If people see this, they could take advantage of it. So it might be best to just lie down if you are on the front lines, strangely enough. And usually, if you're dead on the front lines, everyone's seeing you, everyone sees you go down, and they're kind of paying attention to you, or at least trying to. Doesn't mean you won't get stepped on, but those are your options of what to do when you die. As you can see, why we didn't include this in the other video, adding this much length to it, it's already lengthy enough explaining how Belegarth works, and explaining wounds and deaths and all your variants and things that you can do is a little bit ridiculous. We explained piercing a little bit as one variant on wounding for unusual rules, where if someone is pierced, then they can't do anything, and it doesn't count as a wound technically. But in general, this is how you should handle wounding and death in Belegarth. Just make sure, again, to never strike the head with a melee weapon, and for ranged weapons, always aim for the head. Unless they have a helmet, then toss your rock at someone else, or just peg them with an arrow, and hopefully you'll hit somewhere and make their life suffer. And a great place, if you can't kill them, is to shoot them in that leg, since it is very annoying. Now, I hope that you like this video on wounding and death in Belegarth. There's a bit more to it, and it's a bit more of a kind of complex topic. But with that, you should all be set to play Belegarth. Now, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ding that notification bell for future videos on Belegarth and some other little tips that can help you improve your game or understand why people are doing the things they're doing. For example, this.